I just finished recording an episode about mortgages. More specifically, how I think that mortgages are too short. I think we should have generational mortgages. I recommend you go watch that video because it's very informative about how fucked everything is. But today I want to talk about car payments. Now, I mentioned that briefly in that video, but I differ from houses to cars very significantly. Now, a home you pay a lot of money for, but it is a home. It is a place to sleep. And typically, they are built to last a lifetime. Modern cars are not. Modern cars are not. Modern cars are not built to last a decade. They're just not. They're not. The best way I can use to describe this, something that my dad told me, I'm sure he didn't come up with it. I'm sure this should be common sense, but modern cars have computers. They have computers in them. Now, I don't know about you, but my computer sits in my room all day, every day, 365 days a year. And even then, it doesn't glow as bright as it used to. I've replaced the graphics card, which was my own volition, but it was failing. My old graphics card definitely was struggling. You know, the fans are louder than they used to be. It has to be properly maintained, dusted, and this is something that sits in my room all day, every day at the same, 65 to 75 degree temperature its entire life. And it's still having problems after only 5 years. Now imagine I put that same computer underneath my car where the rain washed up on it. It sat outside in 110 degree heat and it sat outside in 10 degree weather. Do you think it would still work 100% properly after 5 years? I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Now, obviously, they are meant to be put in cars, but at the same time, computers are not supposed to be put in cars. Now, it's not just sitting, the computer system in the car is not just sitting in the open, but it's still in a hot car. It's still in a cold car. It's still in contact with the weather. So I don't know what they were thinking. And not only that, but computers are expensive. So they put the computers in the car, which was interesting 10 years ago. But now I feel like everybody hates that and wants them to stop, but they still do. So it increases the price. Then you have interest rates that come in, same with the mortgages that we just talked about. But now we're getting to the point where the car loan, like the period, is longer than the lifetime of the car. Is that an issue? Imagine purchasing a home for $500,000, but the home is only rated to last 15 years. Would people buy that home? Probably not. But people buy these cars. Now, it's too early to tell how soon these things are going to fail, but a good indicator of this is everybody trades in. People who bought brand new cars in 2020 have already gotten rid of them. They've already traded them in. They've already sold them back to the dealer. They've already moved on to the next car. But I have a feeling someone who drives their car often, like a normal amount, who has like a 2020 car is probably having tons of issues already after only 6 years. Now, add another 10 years to that. Do you really see these cars on the road 10 years from now? I seriously doubt it. Now, everyone knows the Hondas and the Toyotas. You'll see some asshole that lives down your street with a Toyota Tacoma with 600,000 miles on it. Do you really see these Kias and these Hyundais with computers inside them and all this tech really making it that long. I don't see them making 60,000 miles, let alone 600. But the reason the Tacoma keeps going and the reason why the Taliban uses them is because they're low maintenance. They don't have this tech stuff. They don't have this computerized shit. It's just good old fashioned. When it breaks, you look up a YouTube video and you can watch a video in, 10 frames a second about some guy just explaining what to do. And it's really simple. Now you have a problem, even a minor one. Most of the time you have to take it to the dealer, which is very unfortunate. In a lot of these companies, you can't even work on them yourself. It'll void your warranty. But it's very unfortunate. My favorite part about this is you buy a new car and it is a piece of shit. And then when it breaks, they replace the already piece of shit part with an even shittier aftermarket part. And it just keeps going down. And then it breaks after a couple more years. And, the part that they used to replace it has gone out of business. They stopped making it. So you have an even shittier aftermarket part. And the cycle just continues until eventually your entire car is 100% constructed out of eco-friendly plastic. The only metal in the car is the ashtray. Unfortunate. But it is a very logical conclusion to what has been happening the last 2 decades. When they added screens to cars, everyone lost their minds. Everyone was like, this is the future. You had like a backup camera that could show you rearing into your child going down the driveway. And now people take all that stuff for granted. But if you're someone like me who never really liked the way new cars looked anyway, it's just another excuse not to buy a new car. It'd be one thing if they were cheap and shitty, but they're expensive and shitty. I would gladly buy a new, Honda Civic if it was $10,000. But for $40,000, I think I'll just keep, my Honda. So, yeah, that's that. Homes might still be worth it. No, not new homes. No, do not quote me on that. New homes are shit. Maybe I'll talk about that. But new homes are shit. But new cars, you definitely shouldn't buy at all. Not until the quality improves, not until the price drops. Something's got to give. So I appreciate you listening to this, and I will see you tomorrow.